Buckle up, we're about to divert way off topic.
3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome
Hello.
to our first episode. This is Diver and Digress. My name is Sabine.
And I am Logan.
We are actually in New York for our first episode.
We wanted to do a bit of a special opening because we love New York.
We love New York.
And we have the time. We're on a long layover here, so we thought may as well.
Yeah, why not?
So basically our podcast is going to be a lot about ourselves, our life as flight attendants. I mean, I think we can both attest that we get a lot of questions about our lives and what we do and our dynamic and also our general interests. So fashion, style, relationships will come into it a lot. I think we have coming up a lot of guests that are quite special to us personally. And we want to find out more about them.
Yeah, deep dive into it.
As well as finding out more about ourselves, I guess. So this being our first episode, we wanted to learn more about each other, introduce ourselves, talk about basically pivotal topics is what our first episode will be called.
Yeah.
So it'll be important stuff that's happened to us or important things, important style events, important situations we've been in.
Yeah, pretty much things that have shaped our lives.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's get right into it. So we're going to start with some quick fire questions. Get
cool.
to know us a bit better.
Yep.
All right. Who is your style icon?
Oh, that's really hard. That's a pressing one. So back. I mean, I don't think they specifically have style icons. I mean, there is this one guy, his name's Pablo on Instagram. He's from Spain, and I think he's one of them. But I almost feel like I'm always influenced with people around me, like what I see on the street.
Yeah.
Sabine wears some amazing clothing. She's got a great eye for fashion. Her partner Ryan also does as well. So I think just everything. I'm not sure. I think that's how I approach style anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not just particularly copying one person's outfit.
No.
You're like mixing things with people, and also even when we go thrift shopping, like you just kind of get ideas into your head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. That's perfect. What's your star sign, Sabine?
I'm a Leo.
Oh.
I know, a bit of a lion.
Do you know your characteristics behind that?
Well, Leos are supposed to be quite outgoing, but I don't think I'm that outgoing.
I think you are. I think you're all like outgoing in a different sense.
Yeah.
Not like you personally, like you could stay at home all day and you'd be fine with that. But
yeah. I'm not like I'm quite shy to strangers.
Yeah.
But I think when I'm like comfortable with people, I'm like definitely a Leo.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's your star sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Ooh.
So traditionally very artistic. Don't know where that gene in me is because it's not here.
Oh, artistic can be fashion.
It can be, I guess. Although I don't feel like fashion is a creative outlet for me. Well, maybe it is. I'm not too sure. But yeah. What else? They're very compassionate, very sensitive people. And I think I would agree on that. They also love to hold grudges.
Not wrong.
Yeah, no, definitely not wrong. I think that's it sums me up in well, actually, which I'm sure eventually you guys will get to know a little bit more about that. But
Won't get into that now. All right, Logan, what's a lesson you've learnt the hard way?
I think a lesson that I've had to learn the hard way is to mature. I had a very personal experience in my life that made me have to really step up and kind of identify what I want to do in life very fast and just take the Is it balls or bulls? Take the bulls by the horns. Is it balls or bulls?
Take the bulls, I guess.
By the horns.
Bull. Oh.
Take the bull by the horns.
Yes. Bulls. Horns.
So yes, I feel like having to mature very fast and become an adult, which I really didn't think I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
Spain.
Yeah.
What is a country you've always wanted to live in?
London.
That's a city.
England.
The
UK.
But specifically London?
Specifically London.
What is it about London that
I don't know. I just love the vibe. I love English people. Love the accents. Don't know. I just always have loved London. But I also love New York too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't mind living here. Love the fashion and everything here. It's just really chaotic all the time.
Yes, it's very always on.
Yeah.
So you go outside, it's always an extreme. So like extremely hot, extremely cold, extremely loud, extremely smelly. There's just like things that it's very overwhelming.
It literally smells like piss and weed.
Yeah.
Like
and dirty rubbish. In summer. And then in winter, minus the piss, but still the weed
still the weed.
Yeah.
But it's slippery, and then you gotta watch your step.
I got a story for you in another episode about that. But yes, okay. So London.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went there with you, we were fortunate enough to operate a flight into London, which was amazing together. And it was fun when I was there with you. And my best friend, Miranda, lives up in London. She's coming home soon.
Yay.
Yay. And she seems to love it as well. But I never got my fix from it.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Like I think it's very comparable to New York. But if I had to choose one, it would be New York.
Yeah. No, I get that. I feel like I just know a lot of people there. And like I've been there a lot since I was a child.
Yeah.
So it's something I'm kind of used to.
Yeah. And the familiarity of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
For sure. Otherwise, Australia.
Yeah.
But that's just like New Zealand, pretty much.
Yeah.
So.
Just cousins.
Yeah. All right. What's your go-to coffee order?
My go-to coffee order is definitely a oat latte.
Hot or cold?
Or it depends on
the day.
Depends on the season. I mean, yeah, in summer I'm not going to get a boiling hot coffee.
Yeah.
But also actually probably only iced. I feel like I'm more inclined to an iced coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, when I wake up from crew rest, I always have an iced coffee. So maybe that's
I very rarely see you with a hot coffee.
A hot coffee.
Like occasionally, but
yeah,
not like that.
No, yeah, I agree. Or matcha, iced matcha.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have to get a good iced matcha.
Yeah.
You can't just have.
Can't just get a rogue one.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Rogue's not in.
No.
It's out. All right, next one. Sabine, what do you think is your toxic trait?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it's toxic, but I think that I have an issue with trust and like trusting people too easily.
Okay.
Actually, funny story the other day. Trusted a random off Facebook Marketplace and nearly got my iPad stolen.
What?
I know. Crazy. I was messaging a lady. It seemed legit. She sent me a screenshot of the bank transfer and then she said like, oh, her friend's outside to pick it up. And then I just got my boyfriend to check over the transfer and he was like, that looks a bit weird. And I was like, I'm sure it looks legit, but he was with the same bank.
Yeah.
He pulled up his phone and made a transfer to me to see what it would look like. And it was in different fonts. So that was a bit scary. So I said to her, I made up a little lie. I said that like I just had to run out. And she was like, oh, good, no problem. Just refund the money when you get it. So I was like, oh, maybe she did transfer it. Like she was very nice about the whole thing. Anyway, long story short, money never came through. It was a scam the whole time. And I nearly just handed over my iPad to a stranger.
And all that money.
Wow. Yeah. So that's a little part of me trusting
too
easily.
I mean, look, I feel like that situation, maybe you were just a little bit oblivious to fraud, because I mean, you barely hear of that in New Zealand.
No, I know.
And I think as Kiwis, we are quite trusting people anyway. So like, yes, I can see that. Like, you are quite a trusting person.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's almost how our relationship blossomed.
Yeah.
Is because you were so approachable, even though the true story behind you met is quite interesting, but still the morals came out as they were.
We saw each other's true colours right from the start.
Very fast.
Yeah. In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Wow. You didn't think it was a good way. We should really talk about that another time.
A small thing that makes your day better.
A small thing that makes my day better. That's quite a cute thing to think about. I think just when I've had a very productive day.
Yeah.
You know, like I've gone to the gym, I've got stuff done that I need to get stuff done. I've had some good food to eat. I feel good. Nothing's going wrong in the day. I don't know. I don't think there's a specific small thing that suddenly pleases me. Fred? Oh, yes. Fred is a little bit of a one. Side topic. I have a stray cat that hangs around my house.
And she's a girl.
She's a girl. Her name's Fred. She's gorgeous though. She's
beautiful cat.
I think she's Persian. She is stunning. And she's got no tags, no collar, no microchip. My next door neighbor already went over that situation to see if she was looking to be found. And no, she's just a stray cat, and she hangs out in the bushes, and she's always around. And when I'm home, she'll come and just lay on my couch and buy her food. And
she's a sweet girl.
She's so cute. But then when I'm away on an 8-day trip, I don't know where she goes. She's out in the bush.
And then you get home and she's like, meow.
Yeah, and she sometimes she'll be waiting for me. And she's pretty cute. But I guess it's kind of perfect though, because I can't actually have a pet in my job. So I'm kind of half owning a cat, which is a bit adorable. But I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Sabine, one more question before we get into the other topics. What is one brand you'd love to collab with?
Oh.
Or say, I guess personally collab if you, wanted to.
Any brand ever.
Any brand ever.
I reckon Miu Miu.
Oh, yeah.
I love Miu Miu.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah. Classic pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually don't know anyone else off the top of my head.
Yeah. So if you were on their PR list, or if not that they have a PR list, but they might actually. But because it's smaller. Yes. But I mean, PR lists are usually for makeup companies and stuff that want to send out their products. They can't just send out a whole collection to someone.
No.
But
how can they get lists?
Yeah. To their fashion shows, and that would be quite.
Or actually Revolve. If I could collab with Revolve, because there's so many brands under Revolve.
Right.
And they do the Revolve Festival at Coachella.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we can only get that invite only.
Right. So we won't have access.
No.
Oh, yes, we are going to Coachella next year.
That's another.
Which will be very exciting. We're planning on doing another podcast post Coachella, I think, to do a little wrap up on that one.
Yeah.
But yes, there'll be something exciting to listen to.
Look forward to.
Yay. All right.
All right. Let's continue on then. All right, Logan. How did we meet?
How did we meet? Now, this is a very obscure way to meet.
Yeah.
We actually met in a foreign country called the United Arab Emirates. We met in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And Sabine was joining our training group from another training group. And we
were training to be flight attendant.
Oh, yes.
If you
Sorry.
didn't get that context. And I was actually in a different training group, and then I got COVID. And so I was stuck in my room in Abu Dhabi for a week with no fresh air. There was no windows that opened. I had no balcony.
Was there no windows?
No, there were windows, but they didn't open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had to get Uber Eats to my room every single day. and the hotel staff would bring it up to
Oh.
me. Yeah. But anyways, that's sidetrack. Yeah, so I was in this intake, and then they put me into Logan's intake, which was very nerve-wracking because we were already like quite a few weeks into the course, so everyone knew each other already. So it was quite scary to just be like the new person
Right.
halfway through the course.
And training was such a high-pressure environment, so you would have
Crazy.
missed a week of heavy content, and then you'd probably be worrying about that and then going into a new intake. It's kind of like school, right?
It literally is.
It'd be like joining a new school halfway through your
yeah.
Well, it's a semester, but that's so American.
Yeah.
Like uni.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it was pretty random.
Yeah.
We actually met in the hotel lobby.
Yes. She was wearing a grey blazer.
You were wearing a blue suit.
Is that true? Oh, that's adorable.
That's so funny.
Yes, and during training, like I said, we can kind of take it back to it was a high pressure environment. There's one person usually that's elected as a leader or someone that can just kind of pull everyone together and kind of keep them up.
And kind of communicates with the manager and
Yeah.
everything. Because like the training, we're staying at a hotel in Abu Dhabi for context. And then we get picked up by a bus every day at a certain time. And then you have to get to the training facility. And then you pretty much just need to make sure you all stick together as a group.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone's dressed appropriately. Training quite strict on that front.
Yes.
Yeah. So Logan was our leader.
I was the leader. And like, I was only elected. I personally, I didn't want to be the leader because at that time, I just wanted to keep my head down and get on with training. Like I said, there was a couple of personal things that had happened very recently prior to training in my life, and I just wanted to get through training. But with my experience in the same company, they kind of elected me the leader, which is okay. But yes, how it all ended, it was not okay. But that's another conversation we can have another time. So yes, when we first joined our intake, we were really happy to have you. First of all, she's stunning, and I was like, oh my god, she's so pretty. Actually, I was like, oh yeah. And like you said, I guess there was a lot of cliques already that had happened within the groups, and I had a friend at the time, and you came into the group with some really lovely people who took you under their wing, and I love them so much. And let's talk about our first impressions though, because later on, Sabine told me her first impression of me, and I was like, okay, like I didn't know that was exactly how I was.
Well, yeah. No, my first impression, like, I actually remember seeing you in the lobby, and I was like, oh, I want to be friends with him. And then, like...
Are you saying that now?
No,
okay.
I promise you, I had that thought.
Yeah.
And then, like, maybe an hour later...
An hour.
He was quite like King Tut.
Who's King Tut? Oh, like the Egyptian pharaoh.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just thought that was a saying. Anyways, I thought he was quite like the leader, the sergeant.
The sergeant. I'm pretty sure that's the exact word.
Yeah.
So I can imagine her just, bitching about me behind my back.
I never said anything to anyone. I literally never said anything to anyone.
That's fine. Like I said, like it's in the past, and
actually, no, I did say something to someone.
Oh,
but
we're just here to divulge the information.
I saw some people from my previous intake at the supermarket.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I'm not sure about Logan. He's all scary. But I don't think I said anything bad, and like they obviously know how good of friends we are now.
Yeah.
And like some of my good friends still. So
yeah, I was quite high strung, like I said.
But like I obviously didn't know the circumstances. Then I had just been isolating in my room for a week. So coming out of that, I was like, whoa, what's going on? But like I understand it all now. Like if I was in that position, you would have a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
I mean, for a little bit of context, the stuff that I can share is most intakes do have an issue along the way because you're with these people for 3 months sometimes. And, flight attendants, although very similar, there are some very different people out there, and you will end up conflicting with certain people, and you're not going to get along with everyone. And I think in my intake, I was a little bit of a realist because this was my fourth intake that I've been through. So I was kind of giving them just the reality of the role, really.
Yeah.
And I think not a lot of people liked me for that reason. But then I guess later on down the track, I've flown with a couple of people from my intake, and they're totally different people.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
I feel like in the intake, everyone wants to be like best friends with this group of people. But in reality, and you would know this, is that when you are out online, you don't see those people.
No.
What made you get into flight attending?
So I have been flying 10 years.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Don't try and guess my age. And I knew it was something I always wanted to do. I have a lot of aviation influence in my family. My granddad was a World War II pilot, and then he started working for Air New Zealand years ago. My cousin, she flew for Air New Zealand as well for 28 years or something as a flight attendant.
Wow.
And so I kind of had an inkling that that's what I wanted to do. When I was in high school, they still had a cadetship that was available to be a pilot, and you could still get your student loan to be a pilot. Now you're not allowed to. And
right.
When I started flying was like the year that had stopped. So I was kind of halfway like, do I go into this pilot cadetship? Because it's expensive to become a pilot.
Yeah.
And I kind of was like, no, like I really don't feel like it's for me. And funnily enough, there's a lot of flight attendants that turn into pilots because they fly for a while, they get their hours up, they get enough money to, do their training, and then they leave and then become a pilot. So we know of one girl that flies with us, and she's currently in that process, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I've met a couple of pilots that also have done that. So
yeah,
I kind of thought maybe down the line that will be a thing that I could do. But then I just was like, nah, I'm enjoying it too much. And so, yeah, I just decided to stick to being a flight attendant. And it's been a bit of a crazy ride. I've been with multiple companies, and COVID was such a big thing. And
yeah,
now I'm where I am, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
How about you?
How did I become a flight attendant?
Yeah.
Wow.
And what is up with me? You look at me really. I'm sorry.
You look Catherine.
Oh. Okay.
Crawling like a dog.
I don't think it's making the situation any better, but okay.
All right. Why did I want to become a flight attendant? Well, I was living in Sydney at the time, and I had just moved to Sydney because I was very lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
Right.
Thought Sydney was a place I would find the answer. Instead, it made me very poor, very depressed.
Oh.
But anyways, while I was there, my cousin actually suggested to me, why don't I apply for being a flight attendant? And I had actually always wanted to do that since I was a kid, but I had very prominent ears, and I knew flight attendants had to have their hair back. Well, especially in Australia and New Zealand, a lot of our airlines there, you have to have your hair off your face.
For grooming requirements. Yeah.
So I had always kind of just like not even considered that as an option. But when I was 21, I actually had my ears pinned back. So this was about a year afterwards. And I hadn't even thought about it in that whole time until she suggested that to me. So while I was in Sydney, I applied for an airline, never heard back. And then I ended up very broke and needed to move home. So Mum came and picked me up, moved me back home.
Oh, love Mum.
Yeah. And then I was at home by myself. So pretty much Mum took me home. And then like the next day, her mum and dad left to go away. And then my best friend and her partner left to go away.
Right.
So I was just like stranded at home by myself, and I was like, what on earth am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I was like, why not just apply for more airlines out of New Zealand? And that's what I did. And I actually got into a couple of airlines through the interview process. But then the one that I ended up choosing just kind of fitted along better with my time frame and stuff.
Fantastic.
And yeah, I just pretty much got it within like a week or two of moving home, which was wild.
That's amazing.
But like so meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stoked.
Because some people really apply and don't get it.
Yeah, it's quite difficult.
It is quite difficult. I mean, flight attendant interviews are hard as well. It's hard to not seem too cocky. It's hard to show confidence, but without feeling like you'll take over. And
yeah,
it's a very interesting dynamic.
It is. Also, especially getting into long haul straight off the bat.
Yes.
Like that was very lucky.
Yeah.
Because if I had chosen a different airline, I wouldn't have had that opportunity.
Yeah.
So even if I was to join now, I wouldn't specifically get that straight away. So
it's quite interesting.
Yeah. So,
well, thank God you're here.
I know.
Imagine.
I know. Imagine if we never met.
Well, yeah. We always talk about this. We always think, as she had said in her initial intake, and mine was in mine, and if I was in mine, we probably wouldn't have the same connection.
No.
Because
like we would have met. Intakes ended up being quite close in the end.
Yeah.
However, we wouldn't have spent so much time together.
No.
Because during training, we studied a lot together.
Yeah.
And that was probably what made us so close, because we're spending every day together, we'd study together. And then you started inviting me out to social things with your friends. And then that's kind of where our relationship grew.
That's how it happened.
Yeah.
I love it. Wouldn't change it for the world.
No, you all.
So, I mean, it's only been, well, how long has it been? 2 years, 2 and a bit years? Almost 2.5?
2 years in June.
So it's been 2.5 years since we've both started flying with the current airline that we work for. And tell me, have you had any weird situations or crazy situations on board or anything, that is strange?
Yeah. I haven't had anything obscure so far. Like lots of people just like vomiting and making big messes.
Yeah.
I can't really do vomit. Can do blood. Totally fine.
Oh.
Vomit? No, not
Yeah, it's a bit of a gross one, isn't it?
Yeah, and it smells.
It smells. I think that's it. It's the smell.
The problem. I did have a girl though once. I was in the back galley and I was sitting in the jump seat. It was the middle of the night, so half the crew were on rest and there was only 2 of us up down the back. And I was just sitting there, and then this girl came through the curtain. I'd say she was about 14. And then she just looked at me, and I looked at her and I was like, oh, she doesn't look very well. And then she comes and falls right onto me, pretty much. I actually swiveled my legs so she didn't hit me, because I was like, if I tried to catch her, I would be dead weight. And I was like, that could be more serious.
Yeah.
So I swiveled my legs. And
so you just let her.
Yeah, and she just banged down onto the ground, split her nose open.
What?
Yeah, blood everywhere. So much blood.
Split her nose open?
Yeah.
So she went like face first?
Face down. Yeah.
Oh.
I know, God, imagine if I did that.
Oh. Another nose job.
But yeah, poor girl. She was on her way to a dance comp in America.
Oh no.
But yeah, so the doctor that we had on board didn't say she'd broken her nose, but then she was also told to go get x-rays when she landed. So
yeah,
who knows? But that's probably like,
the biggest thing.
I don't know. I've had other like minor things, but nothing crazy.
So many medicals.
Yeah. How about you?
I have had a fair bit in my time, both medical and kind of emergency situation-ish things. Nothing crazy, and I touch wood, it never actually happens because it is quite a scary thing to imagine going through. But yeah, one of my main ones was my second day flying, so I was only 18.
Goodness.
And it it was a domestic flight within New Zealand. And I went to the back galley because I noticed that someone in the toilet was in the toilet for a really long time. I was knocking on the door and I was like, is everything okay? And there was no sound. Like, she didn't make a noise. So I was like, okay, I'll let her be a little bit longer. Knocked again because I was only 18. This was my second flight within that role. And it was a long day as it was. And so I knock on the door and she finally makes a sound. I'm like, okay, well, at least she isn't dead. And I go, is everything okay in there? Do you need any assistance? And she was just like, go get me a woman flight attendant. I was like, oh, God, okay. But I thought, some people were just a little bit more sensitive. And I was kind of like, oh, maybe it's a female thing that she needs to talk about. And so went to the other crew. I was like, we need to suspend service because this lady needs your help. So it was the girl on the other side of the cart for me. So we put the carts back down. And she approached the door and said, hey, I'm here, I can help you out. And when she opened the door, because I was standing kind of just behind her, there was blood everywhere.
Oh, gosh.
All over the seat, all over the wall.
Really?
All over the ground, all over the sink. And it was presumed at that point that she had had a miscarriage, which was awful because... Not even just having that, I feel so bad for women that go through those scenarios, but the fact that it happens in such a public space and there's not a lot that we can do as flight attendants. We can only try and clean everything up and make sure that they feel as good as possible. But without the proper medical attention that kind of doctors from a hospital need to give, there's not a lot you can do. So it was more about reassurance and, just making sure she was okay. But it was a big mess.
Yeah.
It was a really big mess. And we later found out that she was quite far through the pregnancy. So from my understanding, they eventually have to pass the fetus naturally. Yeah. And it was quite a lot for a 18-year-old. Second day on the job.
Boy.
Literally.
Oh,
but yeah,
that's
it was
horrible.
All right.
Apologies if the lighting has changed. We have had to pull the curtain a little bit. The sun is coming right through.
The sun is approaching
rapidly
because we are looking out towards the west side of New York over the Hudson, and the sun is setting in the west. So that would make sense. And it's currently 10 to 5 here. PM.
Goodness. Question. Job you versus real you.
Oh. I feel like anyone that knows me knows that there's quite a stark difference between me and my personal life on board versus, and you know what I'm trying to say. I think over the years, I'm a lot more genuine on board now.
Yeah.
And my personal life does kind of mix in between, but I really do consider work. And if you would have asked me this 6 years ago, I would have made this huge spiel up about, oh my God, like I'm this perfect person, and I'm so like customer centric and which I am, but there's a situation where you are like that, and that is being on board.
Yeah.
I think my reports that I get on board kind of speak for themselves. I get very highly praised because I do have a genuine approach to customer service and how I treat customers. But then the moment that uniform comes off, I am out the gate.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm just truly myself. And I think that also comes with being confident with yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, when I first started flying, I was not out of the closet.
Wow.
And hard to believe.
Yeah.
What? Really? Don't sound too sharp.
No, but I never knew that.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I was actually, that's another story, but I was actually forced out by some people.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, I do know the story.
Yes, you do know the story. I'm happy to touch on that, but maybe that can be another episode. And then I kind of came into grips a lot later with my sexuality and stuff, which made me a lot more confident on board. And now I think I'm just a fully realized version of myself. So that what I offer on board is kind of what I am in real life. But then
it's like a filtered version.
Yes, exactly. A lot more of a professional person.
Yeah.
Because like you can get really silly on board when it's the middle of the night and you're living on no sleep and you're like delusional, having weird random chats with this person you've met about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Other crew members. But yes, yeah. I think it's quite similar.
Yeah.
But I would still say there's a big distinct between the two.
Yeah, for sure.
And yourself?
I would say probably the same. I'm quite shy, like I said before, when I meet new people.
Yeah.
So I'm not so comfortable straight off the bat, especially because like the crew, we don't work with the same crew every flight.
No.
So you're constantly meeting new people and you're constantly like just forced to suddenly work with these people. So I'm always like, I take it as like a professional approach, and I'll just be nice and friendly where I can, or always friendly. Sorry, I don't know why I said where I can. But then, yeah, like obviously in the night you get a bit like crazy.
Yeah.
And you get hypoxic, which is like when
there's not enough oxygen in your brain.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of get a little bit silly. And then that's kind of when you start to like get to know people, because you just start like spilling your whole life out.
You really do.
Yeah.
It used to be called Galley FM, where you would just talk about everything and anything under the sun.
Yeah.
And then there would be all the rumors that would come out and all the crazy stuff. But I think not so much anymore.
No, I really like to like separate my work and my life.
Same.
Some people live and breathe to fly, and I keep them very separate. I have my personal life and then I have my work life.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think if your work is your life and you amalgamate that way too much, then all you care about is work, and you can get really high strung. You can get really down when, you know, the company does something to you, which you need to be flexible with.
Yeah.
And if it's not fitting in your personal life, those kind of things will really affect you.
Yeah.
Because all you care about is flying.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. So keep it very separate. Obviously it crosses over, but you can't help that. But yeah, I like to just like stay out of the dramas.
Yeah.
It's quite like, there can be a lot of dramas associated with the role.
Absolutely.
So stay out of it where you can. But yeah.
All right. How about, do you have a pivotal memory, either as a flight attendant that you've experienced, or in your regular personal life, that is really special to you that you can reflect on?
Yeah. Just straight off the bat about flight attending, was when we actually got called out for London. We were at my house and I don't know what we were doing, but I remember just like being in the living room, and then you got this message from operations and was like, oh, you're going to go somewhere cool.
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh my God, imagine if you're going to London.
Yeah.
And we kind of joked about it, like, that's not really going to happen, but whatever. Anyways, then a few minutes later, you look at your roster, you get put on the London, and then I'm just sitting there like, what the heck? I need to go to London. So, and I'm like literally refreshing my roster.
But can I just pause you there? You're having like a sulk about it. And we're having this like, not a sulk, but it would have been quite soul destroying.
Yeah.
Your buddy bid, or the person that you always fly with, is on a London flight without you. Like literally the coolest trip that you could do. I mean, not so much now. There's other destinations that could be cool. But one of the most lucky trips to get on as well. Yeah, and you were just so I hate it because I was at Sabine's house and we'd come back from somewhere. Maybe we went for a walk or something, and I was on standby, and then like Sabine said, I got this text and I managed to get onto a London flight, which is so rare. And then later found out that they were crewing it as we were speaking.
Yeah.
So then
And then I was sitting there refreshing my roster. And it was right before I was moving house. So I remember I was like packing up my room.
Yes, because you were packing for something. Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah.
And then, next minute I get put on it too. And I was like, oh my goodness, we're going to London tomorrow.
It's so rare.
So then I had to actually fully pack up my room because we're moving house. So I did all that, packed my bags, and then we got to PAX all the way to Singapore, which was insane.
For those people out there, PAX means sit down as a passenger. Sorry, it's flight attendant lingo. Yeah. You'll learn this eventually.
So we packed to Singapore, overnighted there, crazy overnight, wild time.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought the one home was.
Maybe it was when we came home.
It was the one home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. So we're in Singapore. And then we operated into London the next day. And it was so crazy.
It was quite surreal.
It was. And when we got into London, it was pretty cool because, like, we didn't disembark the plane like normal procedures.
Yeah.
We actually hopped off onto the tarmac and we were all just standing on the tarmac waiting for the bus to pick us up. And then the bus took us straight from the plane to the hotel.
Yeah.
Like, which the hotel was like in London. So
some rooms were facing the Big Ben. It was very central.
Yeah. And so it was so wild to just like hop straight off the plane and then just be driving through London. Like, you didn't have to go through security or anything. It was pretty wild. But yeah, that was a big pivotal moment. Like, big memory.
Quite a proud moment as well.
You're like, wow, like, I'm going to London for work.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I love London.
Yeah.
So to go there for work was.
Yeah, I know you were very excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was also a very fun trip for us because to be chosen to be operating on that flight was a big deal. But then also Sabine had people she wanted to see up there, some of her good family friends, and then Miranda, my best friend, lives up there. So we had this whole thing where we were going to surprise her.
Yeah.
And it worked out successfully, which is great.
Yeah.
It was just a special moment. I hadn't seen her in like 2 years. So I was liaising with her boyfriend Stephen, and managed to completely get her off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was so cool.
It was so cool. But then also talking about that, we had a lot of backlash from that trip.
Yeah, we did.
Which
the crew weren't so happy about it.
No, crew weren't so happy about it, and that's on them really. But we're very thankful, and since then there's been other, crew that have done the same thing, and seems like there's not that much backlash to it. But that's okay. We take it as it comes, really. Yeah. I think one of my pivotal moments in my life was, people don't really know this about me, but I used to be a competitive cheerleader.
Yeah.
And so I did it for 5 years. Started when I was like 14 in high school.
Wow.
And then finished it just after high school. And I had the opportunity to go to the World Championships and compete for New Zealand, which was insane. Yeah. But I think funny thing with that, it was an era where we had a lot of people around the same age, and we were the Team New Zealand team. We were very close knit, and a lot of people have left now, and basically no one that, well, it was like 12 years ago, but like, but basically no one that was in the team at the time is still in the team. They're branched out into other areas like coaching and doing other stuff. But like, it's kind of weird talking about it because I feel like we all have this weird shared trauma from it.
Yeah.
And whenever I see the ex-cheerleaders, like two of them fly with us now, which is really bizarre. But we kind of all have this similar mindset of it, and it's quite bizarre. But yes, it was a very pivotal moment in my life because it was incredible. I was so happy to be able to represent my country in a niche sport that still isn't recognized as a sport properly, and we did so well.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I guess we can talk about that another time. Like, we can talk about high school and how, like, our different experiences. There was
for sure.
quite an age gap between Sabine and I literally, but I think mentally not so much. But I think we're quite similar people. But
Yeah,
um, I think we could probably talk about that another time. That would be quite fun.
for sure. We
Yeah.
definitely have different upbringings, so
Yeah.
that'd be interesting to
Yeah.
dive into. Little fashion related question.
Okay.
What was your influence on fashion and styling, and how did you get into that?
Right. I honestly think it's like a family influence. I mean, my mum and my sister growing up, I just naturally, they were very stylish, and my mum actually had a big fashion background. She used to work for a company called Macnet, which was from a little town in New Zealand. And she would work with Tim Glasson, who is, for all the Kiwis and Aussies out there, he used to own Glassons. He had a couple of other brands underneath him at the time, and eventuated into Hallensteins and then all these others that have come out now. Mum used to go over to the US and Canada and to Europe, and she would scout all the wool samples from the fashion shows.
Wow.
So she's been to multiple Chanel shows and literally got those tweed suits.
Big deal.
Huge deal, because what they would do is they would bring all the samples back to New Zealand, because this is back in the day when you couldn't do it all online.
Yeah.
She would take all the samples back to New Zealand, and then they would basically mass produce them for New Zealand, for the New Zealand market, and a couple of international markets, because New Zealand wool was so readily available. So she was very good on the sewing machine. She actually taught me how to sew when I was about 8.
Yeah.
Which I can still do now. And I think just naturally that kind of flowed on down to me, because I didn't live with my dad. Mum was a sole parent. And yeah, that was kind of the biggest influence. And then I just created my own personal style out of it. And growing up, I lived with my sister as well, and she had a really cool style, like in our teenage years, and she knew what was, what was good and what wasn't good. And I remember, kind of relating to pop culture maybe and fashion, her bedroom was downstairs. She had this huge, like, rumpus room was her bedroom, I guess. And her walls were covered in posters of, like, designer brands and people, like, do you remember, like, Girlfriend magazine, Dolly magazine? Yeah, she would just, like, rip them out and just stick them all over the wall.
Yeah, so.
And she would have all these, like, half-naked men and fashion, and I'm like, oh, I wonder why I am the but yeah, so I think she was also a big influence on me. But I don't know, I think it came to, I guess I didn't always have style or any interest in fashion, but later learning finding more about what Mum used to do, and at those ages where you are very impressionable, which is your teenage years, I think I just started to, I don't know, just get it.
Yeah.
Kind of during COVID times as well, I used to make a lot of my own clothes, because there was nothing else to do during lockdown. So, and I think just from there blossomed into this relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Beautiful.
I love it as well. I mean, I feel like it can come across as quite materialistic, which I do like nice things, and I do, I'll spend money on whatever I want. But in a way, it's more about having, like, gaining that confidence from what you wear and how you present yourself. And I think, I mean, you touched on the creative outlet as well, and it can be that. So
exactly.
I think that's the majority of it.
Yeah.
How big is that?
I don't really know specifically. I actually used to have a Cream magazine subscription.
That's one of the other ones. Yeah.
And so I would get them every week, and I would, like, look through them all. Otherwise, probably social media. I was always, like, really infatuated by social media as soon as I could have a phone. And I wasn't actually allowed social media, but that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
But I would always love, like, following, like, influencers and people like that, just to, like, see what they're wearing. And then I kind of just, like, I definitely followed a lot of trends when I was a kid, I remember the Galaxy leggings being
Oh my God,
a
yes.
huge one. Yeah.
Oh, Tumblr era.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hideous.
And like cats.
Yeah, pineapples.
Pineapples?
Well, yeah.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about, cats.
Like on the leggings. So it also
Oh my gosh, yes, with the Galaxy in the background.
Yes.
Yes.
It would be this weird, oh my God,
But
what
then
an era.
pineapples became a trend, and then pom-poms became a trend, and everyone had these pom-pom pineapple shorts.
Oh, yes, I do. With the little, tiny little white pom-poms on it.
Yes.
And they were kind of like Balinese or something, like some kind of inspiration. Oh, I remember
I know.
those.
I used to have them.
I feel like everyone used to have them as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was an era, but other than that, I think I've just kind of grown into my own style. Like I can wear whatever I want. It sounded really up myself. Like I can wear whatever I want, but
no, but you have the confidence to be able to wear it. Yes.
Yeah. Like I had a friend say to me last week, and she's like, if I wore those shorts, I just wouldn't look cool. And I was like, it's just how you wear it. Like I just feel like I can put on clothes and know what to match it with.
Yeah, and not care as well.
Yeah.
I think it's all about the confidence behind it. Like, you could wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
As long as you have the confidence to back up with what you're wearing.
Yeah.
And be certain on, this looks good on your body, it looks good in general.
Yeah. Well, then why not?
Yeah.
I find I do have a lot more confidence when I am overseas, though, and I'll walk down the street wearing whatever I want.
Yeah.
If I was in New Zealand, I feel like we have a lot more tall poppy syndrome.
Oh, 100%.
And people will judge you for just like whatever you do.
Trying to be cool.
Yeah. So
for those that don't know, which I think I've spoken to other people about this, tall poppy syndrome isn't very a well-known thing. But I think New Zealanders and Australians tend to get, there's this thing called tall poppy syndrome. Basically, like, if you're the tallest poppy in the flower bed, they'll try and pull you down.
Yeah.
And you get beaten by the wind and all this stuff.
A lot of jealousy.
Yes, that's the theory behind it. So,
yeah.
Essentially, if you're doing good, people will try and ruin what you're doing.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, so you'll see me on the streets at home in New Zealand, and I will just be wearing jeans and a knit or something.
Yeah.
But like...
You won't. You would not. I think it would be a little bit more like not just a t-shirt and jeans.
No, that's definitely not what I wear when I'm overseas.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really where I have developed my fashion into.
Yeah.
I just can't remember an exact moment where I was like knew about fashion. I was always really interested in the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Oh yes, those are a big thing. Yeah.
And so I would watch them every single year. The one this year is about to come out, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know where it's being held?
No.
Because last year was New York, wasn't it? Was it?
Was it Paris?
I thought it was New York.
Oh, I can't remember.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that was something I loved. And I loved like following the models.
Yeah.
And then like, I guess from following the models, I saw what they would wear.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of gathered
inspo. I think, fashion shows are so important. Like I've slowed down on watching them because there's obviously so many brands out there and so many things changing. And to be honest, I don't really have the time just to sit down and watch a whole collection up for 20 collections in one day that's been released. But I do find that like my main favorite, I have very specific runway shows that are my absolute favorite. And maybe we can touch on those another time. But that was kind of finding out about my mum's background and then being like, oh my God, and she has been to all these shows.
Yeah, amazing.
To get the suiting and the tailored options and the knits, the sweaters were really big in the 80s. So like, it was, it's just it's crazy to think about that she was kind of involved with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think, a couple of those fashion shows were really poignant for me to realize, oh my God, like I love this stuff so much. So I think that's, it's style is so important. And like, you don't need it. You don't need it to feel confident.
No.
It's just that that's what drives me. It drives Sabine. If I can say
and
that
that's probably why we click so much.
Yeah.
And that's how we did click.
It is how yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We just have a bond over fashion, and then obviously we love to travel, and everything in between.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a wrap up of a little bit into us.
Our first episode done. It was more of an introduction, a brief getting to know us, because we can't just go spitting the hard topics out.
We have so much to talk about. Like, we have a list and it grows every day.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just wait.
And hopefully you'll keep up with us.
Yeah.
We have a link tree on all our social media where you can see, hopefully you'll be able to see when our next podcasts are coming out. And we're going to try and release these every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just dependent on our work schedules.
Unfortunately, our work is so all over the place. Like, it's not like Monday to Friday. It's like you have a 7-day trip and then you'll have a 3-day trip and then you'll have a 5-day trip.
And then you'll have a 20-day trip.
Yeah.
You never know how it can work out. So we'll try and be as consistent as possible.
Yeah.
And we really value your feedback. And if you want to hear anything, we'll obviously be posting a lot more on our socials. We'll put out some Q&As.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to have some really exciting guests that will join us.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to Divert and Digress.
Happy first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Way to celebrate.
Yeah.
Get a bowl of bubble.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Duh, we're in New York.
Obviously.
All right.
Totally.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Next time.